Welcome to today's show of Cooley's Critters. I'm Gianna Cooley, and today we'll be joined by Missy Murphy. She's an equestrian expert with over 10 years of experience here in Somerville, Texas. Texas is the horse capital of the United States. Each year, there's at least 1 million horses in Texas at any given time, and there's several thousand new horses that are born each year. Thanks for joining us today, Missy.
Hi, Gianna. Thanks for having me on.
Today we're going to be talking about the birds and the bees for horses, basically horse breeding and what goes into that. Missy, can you tell me a little bit about your role in the breeding process?
My role is bringing together two outstanding horses. We want to look for great conformation, even temperaments, and even resale value.
What is conformation?
Conformation is correctness in terms of bone structure, musculature, and body proportions. We also look for even temperaments and resale value.
How much money might someone spend on a foal with high breeding?
Well, quite a bit. For racehorses like those that run in the Kentucky Derby, owners might spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and travel thousands of miles across the United States to bring the two perfect horses together.
Wow, that's quite a commitment for horse breeding and the amount of money that somebody would be willing to spend on that. What kind of horse do we have here with us today?
Today, we're looking at American quarter horses. We have Jody, a 22-year-old mare, and Cinco, her foal.
Wow, Jody's really beautiful and Cinco is adorable. How did Jody find her mate? Was it like an episode of The Bachelorette? Did the final stud get a rose in the end?
Something like that. We choose horses with even temperaments, good conformation, and preferably who are both proven in the arena. After all of that has taken place, to bring the horses together, we can either let them breed naturally as they would in the wild, or we can use artificial techniques, such as artificial insemination, which allows owners that may be thousands of miles apart to still breed to their chosen horse. After breeding takes place, we wait for the mare to ovulate. Much like in humans, 14 days later, after ovulation, we check to see if an embryo has been produced.
Once the mare becomes pregnant, how long before the foal is actually born?
Gestation in horses is 11 months.
How long does a foal rely on its mother's milk?
In captivity, the foal will remain with his mother anywhere from 4 to 6 months. In the wild, a foal may stay with its mother up to 11 months or a year when she weans the foal on her own.
At what age do you start working with the horse and how do you typically train it?
Horses start their training as soon as they're born. We start putting our hands all over a horse's body to let them know it's okay to be touched all over. Riding under saddle typically starts around 2 years of age, and competition begins when horses are between 2 and 5 years old.
This is all so interesting. I never knew all the waiting and planning that it takes to breed and care for horses. This is such interesting information for anybody who wants to own or care for a horse. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on the show.
That's all this week for Cooley's Critters. Next week, we'll be in the Monteverde cloud forest of Costa Rica, searching for the golden toad that's very elusive and thought to be extinct. We'll also encounter many other animals along the way. Till next week, I'm Gianna Cooley.